Yeah,
What happened?
our internet just shut off in the middle of me talking
I
about
saw
this.
that. It told me action needed.
Yeah, it literally just shut off. So we're we're striking. Okay, let's see if he comes back. We'll do that.
So,
We'll
did you
just
get
do
the
that for right
stream
now.
back?
The stream, we're still streaming. We're streaming now.
Okay, it's all crazy looking though. Wait, there it goes.
Let me
Weird.
yeah, something.
Stop trying to censor us.
It don't make sense.
Although our internet has been kind of cray all day.
Yeah, but okay. Sorry, folks.
Oh, mine's freezing again. Oh, there it goes.
Our internet is going in and out.
It's going
We're
down for
being
real.
shadow banned by the deep state.
Deep state.
Boom.
Like and subscribe.
So
Follow us.
put that chat here.
Us and our one viewer. That's probably me.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on and why it's going on.
I'm gonna. Yeah, this is. Oh shoot! I didn't click that. Quit it. Descriptions. Live now.
Doesn't make much sense.
Yeah.
So
Anyway. So is our. Did we get our video back and working? No.
no, I've got our Matt's making a bottle for number 3.
Baby. Baby.
Yeah,
Baby child.
I'm gonna just call it number 3 because I don't know what it is.
You don't know what it is.
What name it is. So
It's one of the. It's the third.
yeah. So so our internet just cut out. We've been having some issues, but it's been not bad. But now that we're talking about the conspiracy crap, we got stuff going on.
Yeah, and we were just talking about the possibility of Antarctica having ancient civilizations buried under ice. Oh,
Yeah.
he's Buck.
Yeah, we're being shadow banned.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't know what was going on.
Yeah.
The man trying to keep us down.
Who knows, man?
Yeah. So, oh no, you were back. The other one. The map.
Yeah, I just went ahead and just put this up. Ancient connection.
Oh, okay.
What?
So we were talking about the Antarctica and the ancient civilization under the ice, and that Charles Hapgood claimed that in 1958, and everybody was thinking he was crazy, and everyone has discredited him, saying that, yeah, he's a quack. But if there's photos, like satellite photos of a civilization underneath the ice, like, could he have really been that crazy? There was a grain of truth there. It might not be Atlantis,
Right.
but it's something.
But like I said, there are reports or accounts of Antarctica not being covered in ice back. I mean, and this is going. I mean, you're talking. You have to be hundreds of years, thousands of years, to where it wasn't always. The climate there wasn't always like it is now. It's shifted to be the way it is.
And a couple of the Atlantis theories were talking about shifting, like the shifting of the lands, shifting of the ocean waters. That was the 18th century writer Ignatius Donnelly was claiming that that the shifting waters of the ocean is what sank Atlantis. That it was just outside of the Pillars of Hercules, that Strait of Gibraltar.
Right.
He claimed that that's, you know, the Atlantic Ocean, like that's where it was, where Plato said it was. So, but there's so many theories out there for Atlantis, and so many shows about trying to find it. Like, some people think it was like swallowed up by the Bermuda Triangle, because off of Bimini they found those what look like paved roads and stuff. But they later have supposedly found them to be natural rock formations, is what scientists are saying. So whether I believe that
of it being anywhere and everywhere.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The main theme that people think Atlantis is all in the Mediterranean, mostly because Plato talked about it, and he described it, and people were saying it's up by Crete, and
Thera.
And the Minoan civilization was actually them. Was actually them, but if you look at,
they had the first alphabet, Linear A.
You know, here's one of the
first writing.
One of the thoughts of what Atlantis was, like one of the earliest supposed painted murals of Atlantis in some culture. I don't know what culture this is. But if you look, you talked about the Pillars of Hercules. Where is it? There's our dragon and our giant fish. So, let's get this, okay, so, there's actually 2 spots up here, and I don't know where they're at. They're up here somewhere, that are actually,
you can see the eye of the Sahara.
Well, in ancient times were called the Great Pillars. Okay, so, the thought was that at some point, there was a massive flood or a massive earthquake, and it might have even been that eruption of that volcano that was out here, out by Cyprus or whatever, that the explosion was so big that it actually displaced all this water in the western Mediterranean or eastern Mediterranean.
Oh, the Black Sea flood?
No, not Black Sea flood, but all this, that the explosion was so big.
Sorry, I'm not, my thing's not catching up to you still. I'm like behind.
Okay, well, that the explosion was so big that it actually displaced all this water here above Egypt and Libya onto the actual African continent that we know it. and you can even see how the sands flow. So it's like the sands flow, it flown.
Tsunami. It was an earthquake, then a volcanic eruption.
Well, it's like basically a tsunami of water came up over the continent and flowed across the continent, and then went past these, what were called the Great Pillars, and then actually drained. And people think that this, the Richard. What's it called? The Richard structure?
The Richard structure, or the Eye of the Sahara.
Yeah, the Shark structure. That this was actually there.
I'm not going to live here anymore.
And that it washed, what they said, washed it out to sea, that it was swallowed by the water. Well, there was a massive tsunami of water, which basically the entire eastern part of the Mediterranean Sea, it flowed over this area.
When you get the shifting of the plates with an earthquake, then volcanic eruption, then comes tsunamis.
So you have that, and you can see where it actually does drain out into the Atlantic Ocean.
You can see the movement of the land, like the motion.
The sand, it flows towards the ocean.
Sweeping
across the entire continent.
Right.
Oh yeah, it looks like it flows, like it looks fluid.
So, and then the actual description of the mountains to the north are right here. And I mean, this lines up with all of what Plato had said about it.
Mm-hmm. Well, like with Plato too, though, like his dialogues, it's like an like a freaking song. What was it? REO Speedwagon, the "Heard It From a Friend Who."
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Heard it from a friend who, because like the story supposedly came from his grandfather,
Yeah,
who
not
like he
well.
heard it from some statesman like 300 years before that, who had heard it from some Egyptian priest that took place 9,000 years before that.
Right. So a newer theory amongst conspiracy theorists of the actual civilization of Atlantis is that this might have been the hub. This might have been the home base. This reshot structure. It might have been the home base, and there was a guy who went there and actually was on ground here, and you could see where around this area there's evidence of massive amounts of saltwater residue, where in the middle, just like in Plato talks about, this middle structure, there's 3 freshwater springs. So he said there's evidence of where there were ports and docking areas, where there were houses. Well, along with that, there's a theory where, this is the main hub, this is the home, but on top of that, other areas around the world were actually Atlantis as well. So,
So there was an Atlantis for every civilization.
it wasn't every civilization.
Was
the
it like
civilization,
Stargate
the civilization was Atlantis. But then, like, let's say,
Outposts.
basically, so this would be like the capital. This would be, we're in Ohio. That would be Columbus, Ohio.
So then they had sister cities.
Then you go to Then you go. We're gonna go to Cleveland, Ohio, and that just happens to be Egypt, Cairo.
Okay.
So then you have, the ancient South American cultures, ancient Asian cultures, where even Middle Eastern cultures. So you have this, because if you look far back in time, and you look at all these ancient writings and texts and carvings, there is a streamline that follows through every culture's myths, legends, and it all has to tie together. And it all comes down to they're all the same, but they're different in certain ways. And you can look at it from a geographical isolation standpoint. Well, if their main hub got washed out and a great flood happened or whatever, then they're separated. So then that oral tradition, aka the telephone game, certain details get changed, certain details get misinterpreted, certain details get lost. So that's where you start seeing the separations of these myths enough to where, if you don't put them side by side, they look pretty different from each other. Where when you start putting them closer together, they start lining up and checking all the boxes at the same time. And the time periods that these go back all line up with each other. So
these theories that people have could actually be true all at the same time, because
Right.
they could all be talking about different Atlantis.
That's what
hubs.
I'm telling you. Like, there's too many different theories or too many different stories of things that are kind of similar,
And
right?
things actually kind of match up for some of
Yeah.
the things. You're
And
like,
they're
well, there's this
probably-
evidence that it was in the Bermuda Triangle area. There's evidence that it was up near like Crete. There's evidence it was in Africa. There's evidence it could have been
It's like
Antarctica.
They probably, if they didn't coexist, it's like they probably all, like Brandon said, they probably were just part of the same. It was like a global.
Maybe they moved through tunnels through the hollow earth to get to each other.
Or had, like in the desert Southwest, there were stargates and portals. Maybe they had.
Well,
portals to
if you
other-
look, I had this up here, all these ancient sites. They're all on what people call ley lines.
Right.
Areas where, they're all on the same grid patterns. They all, so like, here's just an example of Cambodia, ancient Egypt, which we think are even older than the Great Pyramids of Giza, and Mexico. The pyramidal structures are completely the same, but you have Africa, India, and South America. Exactly the same. all ancient cultures have serpent worship. All of them. They all worship a serpent deity or a form of a serpent deity. All over the world. And they're ancient myths, ancient legends. The technologies that, that we can't even fathom what they had. Ancient oral traditions from like the Native Americans talk about stargates and portals from the star people.
And all stories come from a grain of truth.
That's right.
Oh, yeah. There's definitely truth to all these things that seem fantastical. I mean, it may not be the whole truth, but there's definitely truth.
Yes.
Some kernel of truth to this stuff,
Yeah, it's
people want to make you sound like a crazy person sometimes for talking
it's
about it.
Like me, I don't say I believe all this or believe everything I hear, but I'm open to possibilities.
Right.
Like I'm not claiming to have definitive proof or the answers to anything necessarily. I just find value in other people's theories and other people's thoughts, and I take pieces from what I want that I think are interesting, and I'm like, hey, this is a possibility. But I don't necessarily discount anything as being impossible.
Right.
Well, coming from a Christian's perspective or biblical perspective, I look at all of this and I see I see how it all mates together. And some people say, well, the Bible was, it was written millennia or, hundreds of thousands of years or hundreds or thousands of years after, Sumerian tablets and blah, 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 and all these other ancient cultures. And yes, some of the writing, like the actual writing of the old Hebrew scripts might have been written after, but the oral traditions carry on from the beginning. Now, if you look at it, and you look at those other cultures, and you look at what's written in the Bible, it's like they're all so similar. All those ancient cultures and civilizations and stuff and myths about gods and demigods and natural and supernatural and extra natural beings, they're all so similar. Yet there's flaws and there's misinterpretations all over, to where if you point it back to what Scripture talks about them, everything starts to line up to where you can almost see the truth for what it is.
Right.
And there's a guy who has a podcast. He writes a lot of good books. His name's Derek Gilbert. He goes in great depth and great detail about all how all that stuff really lines up and gets together. That's one reason, like, I watched the Ancient Alien show, mostly because it talks about a lot of like random stuff, but it lines up with all these other ancient civilizations, and it lines up from a worldview, a world's perspective, to a biblical narrative. So
I only have 2 problems with that show. What do you think they are?
Big hair and kind.
Kind and the amount of times they mention the Nazca lines.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
It's been a while since then.
Oh, there was a while there. It was every friggin' episode. I'm like, how many episodes are you gonna bring this into?
Oh, that's okay. She okay?
I don't know.
No crying,
Don't miss those days. Eek.
Little whiskey will cure that.
Aw,
for both of you.
For both of you. Mainly for Matt.
My drink is rum.
I've got some wild turkey honey whiskey down there.
You don't even drink whiskey.
And I've been mixing it with 7-Up. It's pretty good.
Yeah, when I got home, I poured a couple drinks. I had poured a little Tito's in a glass with some ice, and then some strawberry lemonade or raspberry lemonade, big lemonade.
Yeah,
Over it.
real fruity.
You can come in.
It's so
You
pretty.
live here.
You live here. Aw.
This is my. I don't know if you'll see her in the background or not.
Yeah, we see her.
Yeah, I have 99 blackberries in the freezer.
99.
It's 99
Yes,
proof.
it's 99 proof.
Oh.
It tastes like blackberries, kind of. They have 99 peaches, 99 bananas, 99 apples.
Bananas, they're good, but I can't drink a banana drink.
No, I don't do anything banana. I don't even like bananas in my smoothie. I will eat banana cream pie, and I will eat a actual banana.
I like
That's about it.
Banana
as far
bread.
as I go. Oh yeah, banana bread too. Yep, or banana
I
muffin.
like all the bananas.
So,
No, put a banana in my smoothie, and I will slap you.
So, I'd say we're over an hour. I mean, yeah, it got
Holy cow,
split
yeah.
up.
Yeah, between both parts.
It did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so we're gonna go ahead and bring it to a close. But again, I want to say, we need you guys to subscribe. We need you to like. We need you to follow.
Please.
We're gonna go ahead and, like I said, we're gonna do that Final Fantasy Tactic card game giveaway. We're gonna have...
Yeah, and we have access to some other things too. If
Oh yeah,
if
game
that goes
game
well. We have the
codes.
Prime loot,
Loot.
Prime loot stuff.
Yeah, all the Twitch Prime stuff.
Hold on.
Dro's baby.
We're not giving that away. Sorry.
no. But
Maybe a dirty diaper.
yes, if you guys want one of those. So if you guys like, subscribe, follow. If you see down again below where it says Ancient Connection, the YouTube link, channel, blah 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 blah. We get over 100 subscribers. We can change that to where it matches our Twitch. Makes it short,
Yeah.
makes it easy to follow. So if there's a way you guys could do that, help us out. Also, comment. We look at that stuff. We do have social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We check those, post on those pretty frequently. And things might get a little weird. Me and Alora might be moving here soon, maybe. And if we do, this might be disrupted. We might be able to get on, just chit chat about whatever, but it might not be a full production like what we got going on now. But who knows? So with that saying, it's almost 11 o'clock here. We actually have a walkthrough for our potential new house tomorrow. So
First showing.
Very nice.
So hopefully we got good news. If you guys, like I said, help us out, like, subscribe, follow, and comment. We'll try to get you guys what you want to hear and see. And
Sometime in the future, I'm gonna upgrade to the Streamlight and the studio microphone setup.
Can you guys tell the difference with the new mic?
It sounds clear. I mean, it sounds
Yeah.
good.
I just need a better webcam. My laptop webcam is
No,
awful.
yours looks fine now.
There's the mic.
With
I
the
feel like
lighting.
it's so washed out though.
Well, it's probably because you're maybe try the softer light setting.
Oh no,
Maybe.
whatever I do, I've tried every setting. It's not pretty.
It's just a laptop webcam.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's crap. But right now, you can't find webcams on like Amazon. They're all like
Really?
sold out. Yeah, because like everybody's off. So like, let's go stream games.
Or they're talking to people.
Yeah,
Zoom.
yeah, they might have got them. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, for working from home, stuff
Yeah.
like
Or
that.
just to talk to their friends. I mean,
Or stream and be cool like us.
Yeah,
because we're cool.
yeah. So
Looks like we did pick up another follower on YouTube.
we got a
today.
couple.
Another subscriber.
Sweet.
At 64.
We got a couple.
We're closing in. We need
Yeah.
more on Twitch, and I'm gonna try to figure out how to do little clips and stuff we can throw up on like Instagram or Facebook and stuff. Try to
Yeah,
get some
there's
more.
I was watching a video today where It's free. It kind of gives you like a website that you can link like a introductory video on it, and then it links all of your social media. So instead of being like, here's our YouTube, here's our Facebook, here's our Twitch, here's our Twitter, you just give them one link, and then it's just a page that has a list of your social media on it.
Like a link tree.
Basically. So, but it's free. You don't have to pay for it or whatever.
Yeah.
Because we do have a website, AFHGaming.com, or if you prefer to go to assassinsforhire.com, they both point to the same place. It's dumb.
It's dumb.
I had big plans for it. I wanted to get a big user base system into it. That's not working out. We're getting visited by Russian people all the time, and
Don't discriminate.
it's
Come
bad.
on, Russian
well, the stuff that they're posting.
Oh.
It's not.
It's
what we want.
So I gotta block it. I gotta delete members all the time off the site because they're just trying to get. They're doing advertisements for human trafficking and all kinds of crap.
Ew.
So, yeah, I got to report stuff.
Also, our
Not cool.
The certificate's saying it's expired.
Yeah. So I went ahead and through Streamlabs. I went with Streamlabs Prime. So we've got a website through them. If you go down to the description, there should be a streamlabs.com/AFHGaming. If you go to that, we've got merch. I do have merch on there that's got our podcast logo and stuff like that. You guys can purchase that stuff. And the more you like that and the more you go to it and watch our streams, we can put more merchandise up. And if you do that, we can, hopefully get this going real big to where we can up the production value for everybody. So maybe even start bringing in a podcast a couple times a week instead of just once a week. Yep. So, and maybe do, maybe we can do 2 on Fridays where, 45 minutes we do one topic, 45 minutes we do another topic, but they're 2 different podcasts. It all really bases around the fans and the viewers and what they,
what you guys want
what they do, what they want to see, and how they interact with us. Because ultimately, we need you guys to interact with us. So, like, follow, subscribe, comment, and we will, talk to you guys later.
Next time.
Yeah. Next time.
Thanks, everybody.
Yeah. So let's do. Wahaha.